Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with my design team post for Dotty about Flair. And for today's layout, I'm going to be doing the day 8 scrap lift of 12 days of springtime scrap lifts over at Scrap Squad. And this is it. It's a beautifully simple design, strips of kind of coordinating patterns and colors on larger ones on the photo side and smaller ones over on the cluster and title side, and beautiful floral, looks like fussy cut florals. I'm going to kind of follow this design. There's also a little bit of very, very light mixed media in the background, and I debated whether to do that because I'm pretty sure they just very lightly brushed on Distress Oxide inks, and I have Distress Oxide inks in the colors that I'm using, but I've decided not to do that for a couple of reasons. One is in the interest of time, but the main reason is I kind of like, as I was dry fitting things together and choosing my patterns, I kind of liked the stark white background, and I'm going to be using a larger photograph than in this lift, and my photograph is color, and I just somehow thought that the crisp white would look better. Just a matter of preference. So let's get started. First of all, I have assembled already the papers for over here on the right, just to kind of get an idea of how much space I had over here on the left. And I'm going to run my photo all the way to the end of the page, and then I'm going to layer the florals on top. So I'm kind of just placing these things on here now for reference purposes. And I'm going to go ahead and put the photo down kind of a little lower than center, just to have it kind of off. There's a little more space up here, and I'm going to take this back off now, but keep it there as a guideline so I don't do that. I've also used a BrambleFox die to cut this kind of chain link fence pattern that will echo the die cut with the holes in it that they've used here. Just a little extra texture there. Okay, so I'm gonna start with I've got all my colors. I've cut the larger pieces in two so that I can have varying heights as I lay them out. But I kind of want to start with this orchid color, and I'm just gonna put it there, and we'll work everything else from there. I'm not gonna overly agonize over this. And I have not distressed or curled or otherwise altered these cut strips. Okay, so now I know that's absolutely, those are lined up with the edge of the page, so that's good. The next one I thought I might use is, well, let's go with this one, the the striped one, and it's a little shorter there. I'm going to cut a little bit off of it down here as I overlay it. So we'll just do that. I'm going to do it just on one side in case I want to layer under it, layer the next color under it. And that's going to okay. And then I thought I might do this. Do I want to do over or under? I might go under like that, because this is the strongest color there, and it's not exactly the same. It's not even close to the blue of the sky, so I don't really want to have it be too... Okay, see, I got the glue on the wrong side here, but not a problem. It hasn't been down long, so we can lift it up. Oops, I guess I need to put the right color there. Here we go. And I want to make sure I get the straight part here. I'm going to do this and line that up. Get it under there. I don't want to get too fussy about this. And this goes longer. There, okay. Now I'm going to go with the floral, and I'll use the taller one up on top. I'm going to go ahead and lift that up. Not doing a good job of planning that. There. I'm going to have my floral that are fussy cut from this same pattern paper over here, overlaying the beach area. And I don't really want to, I don't want this floral so close so that all the floral's over on one side. Okay, I'm gonna do this one here, maybe under. Okay, let's not, I need to be better at putting that glue on the correct side, which in this case would not be the right side. It looks like I may have room only for one more strip, and I'm gonna bring the strips down. Let me get this get a little more glue on here so it sticks, because I don't want to peel it up. Okay, I'm going to save the pink, which mainly because I absolutely love, this is my favorite pattern paper in the whole kit. This is the Mind the Scrap March kit, by the way. I'm gonna lift this up and put this back here and join it back. I've got a little bit of the stuff I peeled from the pad, and did not notice. I'll work on that later. And I will, okay, I think that will work. But what I want to do is be sure, let me see if I have another piece of this that I can cut whole. Let's just do that. I'm going to cut a 2-inch piece. Okay, and now I'll lift that up and kind of put it right there. Again with that. Okay, this is peeling off a little bit better. I can take care of this off camera because I really do want this to be a quicker than usual video because it's going to take some time to upload. I made another page last night, yesterday, late afternoon actually, and while I was doing other things, it was uploading. It wasn't finished, but I thought it would finish overnight. And it did not. So I'm assuming it was corrupted. I'm going to go ahead and move that up or down. Let's see. I'm just going to maybe, and I may try to do that instead of overlapping. I'll underlap that. Okay, now, sorry, that was a little bit fussy. I've got this floral that I thought I would put down at the bottom of the beach here. And I'm gonna set it up on some foam. And I probably ought to go ahead and put the other side on there, but I'm gonna do this side first because I need to see how many of my tropical leaves that I use. I've got, oh, and I will tell you that I'm using these, which are Prima Watercolor Flairs, and I've been hoarding them because I absolutely love the colors and the effects, but I just thought they were beautiful, and I thought maybe since I have this stripe so prominent there, that I might do something like this instead of just tucking them under florals and so forth, and then I'll use this other one over here. And maybe I'll do that one there and this one here. I think I'm gonna like that. So we'll see. Anyway, off subject there. Let me get some glue. And I'm gonna use a BrambleFox title. I haven't absolutely convinced myself which one I want to use. I'm gonna kind of lay that there. I normally use a popsicle stick for this, but this is handy. And now I'm gonna kind of curl that up so we get some dimension. And then I have, this one was cut with a BrambleFox die. That's a good idea to have to set the leaf there. And then I've got this and this small one. Is that too much? I don't think so. Let's get it back out here. I'm going to curl this one. I think these two dies are Rosie's Studio. I have taken a lot of my tropical leaf dies and kind of put them all together on a single magnetic board, and I've lost their identity. But I keep my BrambleFox dies together in the little packages they come in because they're magnetic. And other dies are just not packaged as nicely as they are. I could write a book on how important proper packaging is for craft supplies. I need to put the netting, the little fence there. Okay, so there. I've got this also cut into 2 parts, and I was maybe gonna put it across these patterns, and I think I will do that. I suppose I should have refilled or heated up or done something to my glue to make it a little bit easier to get this done quickly. Okay, that's in there. This one is gonna overlap and hit, down in the white, and that is fine. Okay, that works out. And then when I do my flare, they can kind of be overlapping that a bit. And I've got this piece to go kind of right there. And my title, I had thought about Incredible, but it's too long. And it doesn't match the tone. That pink is in the floral, but I've used this kind of orchid color pink in both sides here, and I don't like it as much with that. What I'm leaning towards is this, because that yellow is in the florals, but it's pretty much an accent color to everything else. And my ladybug that I have is this beautiful orchid pink. So we'll see how that plays into the deal. Okay, now let me go ahead and glue this down. And I'll straighten that out. I've stapled it. Is that good? And I have a different floral print in it, a smaller scale and totally different color combination, which I questioned. Okay, this can work. I questioned the wisdom of that at one point, because it's that's got that kind of very different pink. I'm just gonna scooch it onto there with the glue around the staples because I'm probably going to somewhat cover the staples. Now I've got this bit of floral that I cut from a straight side, and I'm going to, okay, this guy needs to be under there. I'm going to scooch it under here, and then I'm going to glue that piece down. I left it, I've got that on there just slightly overlapping this, and I do not want that. Okay. Come on. I'm going to center it where, well, actually, I'm going to move it up, where this one is kind of down in the cluster. I'm going to move this one up. And it would be nice if I had already had my adhesive on there. I'm a little flustered because I did not expect to be making a video at 4 something in the morning. I thought I'd wake up and it would be all nice and done, but no. Okay, I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna try my other glue container in a minute because I'm not happy with the work that's taking. Okay, I have another one of the BrambleFox. I love these leaves. I like when you cut leaves and the stem is so thin that you can move these around and they really take on, they have a nice look of movement. Let's see how that's just gorgeous. And then I can kind of put this in down underneath here and have room for the beautiful right there. I like that well enough. I'm going to go ahead and commit to it while I have my glue out. And, okay, but I haven't glued that in yet. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, gotta do things in the right order. I think I'm ready to commit. Actually, let's do that. And the reason I did that is there's a couple that has nothing to do with James and Katie on the beach. So this way it looks like they're alone on the beach. And I have this little seagull from BrambleFox that is perfect for this. I'm gonna set it right there on the photo. And I've got a geotag, which I think I'm going to use over here to cover that staple and just add a little bit of an accent to that white piece. Now, let's do the Flair. I'm going to do this one kind of right under here. love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, now these I'm gonna just I'll do this one a certain, I'm gonna center it as much as possible on that striped piece. I didn't quite do it there actually because there's, I fit it under that leaf and I wasn't seeing it. So I'll put this one kind of equivalent to where that one is. There. And here. Okay, and my ladybug is the next step. And I'm not sure. I like the idea of putting it so that it's on the flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Kind of do a glop of glue there and put that there. I usually have the ladybug facing Katie, but I think she'll forgive me if I have it on the flowers. I could also have put it here, but I put it there. Okay, now a few sequins that will kind of provide the interest out in the field there that the mixed media did on the original page. And I'm gonna I'm using Lilac Blooms, and I'm gonna do just the small, really lilac looking ones. All together in the package, it has a look that they'll be more purple. But when you take them individually on paper, they're more pink. And they're perfect for the pinks I have going in here. And I'm just going to have all of them be the same. The same style sequin, same style and color. I usually mix it up when there's a sequin mix. I like the mix for a reason. Let me get a few more of those. And the big ones tend to come out when I just spill them like that. But I'm gonna do a few here. Okay, and that will be it. And then we'll go see if the, I started to say the YouTube gods would be better to me this time, but it isn't YouTube, I think, that causes the problem. It's how it's recorded on my phone or transferred to my computer. I have no idea where that happens or what causes it or why it happens sometimes, because I don't do anything different from one video to the next, but it's happened a little too frequently lately for my liking. Once, I guess, would be too much. But anyway, here's my second attempt at my DT. I absolutely love all the photos that James has been sending me of him and Katie in Puerto Rico. And I'm going to have a lot of them scrapped by the time they get home. If they get home, they're stranded there now. Let me glue this down. All the airlines canceled all flights from Puerto Rico to Atlanta. I thought it was due to Atlanta weather, but the weather was actually pretty nice. I thought about doing some splatters in this aquacolor, but I think I'm going to skip that. Like I said, I really like the crisp, clean look that it has now. So anyway, hopefully they'll get home someday, but in the meantime, I'm having fun scrapping their fun time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.